out there. This is Maureen Colvin. I'm getting ready to start this quick start webinar. We're going to wait till just a little bit after 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so that all who have registered are able to sign in, and then we'll begin. All right, this is being recorded, so I'd like to be respectful of everybody's time. Today's quick start is on the tools and technology that RE/MAX offers its agents. We're going to have a really good agenda, and it's going to include MAX Center and referrals, how to get your MAX Center profile set up, and why that's important because it's going to reflect in your referral base as well. We're also going to take a look at and demonstrate RE/MAX Hustle and the marketing guide. All of those who have registered for today's quick start will receive a copy of that marketing guide, and it's a really great direct link to all the products and services we have for you. We'll talk about Design Center and the automation feature, and First app, as well as the RE/MAX 360 tool. Those are two of the new 2020 and 2021 products that are really proving to be very successful for our agents. So what you're going to see here are images of how to update your MAX Center profile. I will be attaching this demonstration and this presentation to the follow-up email you're all going to receive, so you will have sort of a step-by-step guide. You get into your MAX Center homepage or dashboard with your RE/MAX.net credentials. You're going to click on either your photo in the upper right-hand corner or the RE/MAX balloon. That will depend on whether or not you've already uploaded your photo. Then when you click on this image, it will open the option to update your profile. When you click there, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. In the left-hand side, there'll be a box that has several rows. And you're going to open each category and basically answer the questions. It's going to be your name, demographic, and other automated things that have been backfilled in there for you. Then you're going to go down the list and enter new information. Your contact info, which is very important. Your photo, of course. You don't want to have your image shown on RE/MAX.com or in the referral network that is just a balloon. And then in your personal details, you want to make sure that you're very thorough with your bio. That is going to become the About Me section on your Bouge website, as well as what the other agents see if they go to search for someone in your area they want to refer their business to. So just like you would want to see someone's thorough bio, their picture, and as much about them as you could find before you sent your valuable customer to them, others are going to be looking at your referral base the same way. Here you see the referral tab in MAX Center apps. I'm going to go live and demonstrate this for you fairly quickly, but I'm just giving you these screenshots so you'll have them later. When you type in a location for which you might want to refer your business, you can look it up by affiliates, offices, etc. So if you type in the state, you will see, in this case, offices that are located near Orlando. And it's going to tell you how many agents they have, and then it's going to allow you to see them. Once you get to that office, it's going to say, see the affiliate list, and then you can click on any name. Here we have a sample of a broker, has a nice picture, and she's written a nice bio, and you might decide that that's the right person, and all you would have to do is click send referral in the upper right-hand side and fill in the basic information. You would fill in, what is the referral based on? Is it the selling price? Is it the list price? You're going to be able to use a drop-down menu to fill that in based on whatever agreement you have made with that referral agent. And keep in mind, this is a fee-free referral. You do not pay any referral fees for these leads. Before we go into the marketing guide, I'm going to go to Mac Center here. And show you live how to go through that profile. Here you see my remax.net credentials to log me in. Then you're going to open your apps. In the upper right-hand corner, you're going to hit Update Profile. And again, the important thing about filling this in is that it backfills your Booge website and that referral page I was showing you. So anything in the overview has been automatically uploaded for you, or in this case, what you're seeing is information I put in other test accounts. When you open your general info, you want to check that everything is the way you wish it to be. Here is my name, but I also get the option to edit. Let's, for instance, say you had a formal name like Suzanne, but nobody knows you by your formal name. You've always been called Sue, and that's what you want people to see on your website or anywhere else they may search for you, like remax.com. So you could edit your name, make it whatever you want it to be called, and then save that change. You can check the demographics and decide if you choose to enter those. Your join date will be there for you. And then you get the option under privacy to opt out of appearing on remax.com or the referral platform. Now, I don't understand why any agent would want to opt out of those. You want to be advertised in as many places as you can, and you want to be eligible for those referrals. So we want to suggest you do not check any boxes here. Then go to your contact info and check on the email. As you can see, the ISP email is where you can enter the email you check every day. That could be a Yahoo, a Gmail, anything that you typically go to interact with your clientele is the one you want in your ISP, because your remax.net credential email simply forwards. It is not an email that you can respond to or check your inbox or send attachments through. That is your ISP, and that's why you want to check this and make sure it's correct. If it's not the email you wish, then hit the edit button and replace it with the one you want. Here is where you move down the page and you can fill in your web and social media sites. Now, when you hit edit, you're going to be given a complete drop down where you could add the web addresses for other websites like your office and all of these social media platforms. So the suggestion is that whichever ones you use and actually keep up to date are the ones you will want to enter. As you can see here, I've been given permission to use this Facebook page as an example. And when that is saved, that's what creates that little Facebook icon. Here's where you're going to have a drop down to enter whichever type of phone number you are listing, whether it be office or cell, and you can choose which one you want to be your primary, etc. You can add several phone numbers as you see, and if you happen to still use a fax, maybe there's one in your office, so you do still have that functionality at home, you can add a fax number as well and save that. And there you have it. And next we go up to the left corner again and we add your photograph. If I were to replace mine or you were to add upload for the first time, you're going to get a note that tells you that the photo must be less than 5 megabytes and in either JPEG or PNG format. So you want to make sure that is the type of photo you're using. But it's vital that you put that in there. You don't want to be a balloon head. Finally, under personal details, this is the place I mentioned you want to be sure that you put in a thorough biography. That is what creates your About Me section on your published Booge website, as well as in the referral network. So you're going to hit the edit button and use this big space to write your bio. Now, many of you already have a bio on other locations that you might just want to copy and paste, or I'd like to suggest that you use a Word doc and write your bio or refresh your bio by updating it on a Word doc and then use the spell check and grammar check feature. This particular box doesn't have the spell or grammar check, and you want to be sure not to have a typo on your website. So go ahead and put it on a Word doc, and when you're happy with it, copy and paste it here. Your bio should really give people a reason to work with you. What makes you different? What's the niche in your market you offer that others don't? So naturally, you're going to put in there maybe your mission statement or how long you've been in business or what you've accomplished as far as credentials. But you don't want to make it too general or too vanilla. It's a good idea to put something in there that's really an attention grabber. Is there something really specific to any particular demographic that you have a special ability with? Are you multilingual? Do you have young children in the school systems in an area where families are located? And you might write something about knowing the school districts and the principals and the school coaches and guidance counselors. That will have people in that same demographic as you really gravitating for you. Or perhaps yours is different. Maybe if you're in the Florida area, you would be perhaps working with a lot of people who are there for their retirement. And you are a member of some of the best clubs or yacht clubs or golf memberships and things like that. And you may be able to guide them as to which ones have space available for them to join. So whatever it is that you think is your specialty, be sure to include that in your bio. Next, notice you can add your education level. It includes other. And if you choose to do that, you can even put your school name in. You never know who might come from your alma mater as well. Under civic activities, as you can see here, there's an entire list, and any of these that you might support or participate in can be clicked on and saved. And as you can see, it is added to your civic activities. All of this is going to show up when people go to search for someone to send their business to. You'll get the same opportunity to add your hobbies under the hobby section. Languages, if you're lucky enough to be multilingual, that means a lot to people. So perhaps you're going to use, let's say you actually speak Romanian and it's your primary language. That would mean you're absolutely fluent in it and you speak it the most often. You could save that and it would mention that that is the case. It's your primary language. And that's what filling out your Max Center profile is all about. It's simply going to the home page, clicking on your photo in the upper right-hand corner and hitting the Update Profile button, and then filling out this box you will see on the left-hand side. So I wanted to demonstrate that live so you could follow along, and remember this is being recorded and you will have an opportunity to view the recording again if you want to watch it again step by step. So next we're going to go to the RE/MAX INTEGRA resource guide. This is updated every quarter and very soon we're going to have the Q1 of 2021. But this is very thorough. It hasn't yet run out and there's lots to be seen on it and utilized in it. The new one isn't going to change that much. So when you get a copy of this, please save it to your desktop and begin using it. This is a guide that's in PDF format. However, it has live links to all of the wonderful things you're able to do within it. So for instance, as you can see, the table of contents is going to show you that there's branding materials, how to stay connected information, and a whole selection of information on the agent tools. This is a 60-page document, and I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of it, but not too much because you're going to get this and you can utilize it on your own. And I have other things we want to show you. When you get it, you're going to notice that you can visit the online resource guide and have it downloaded directly. So when the new one comes out, that's where you will get it. And here's a little table of contents about the brand. Here's what we talked about in Max Center and how to get your profile done. If you needed broker or agent support, perhaps you have a technical issue. If you click right into this red tab and hit Submit a Ticket, notice that it takes me into the live maxhelpsyou.com page. Now you can go right to your source for any requests you might have of our tech team. And you enter the necessary information as you see by asterisk, and then send it off to create a ticket. This is what we mean by a live link. So even though you're in a PDF document, it has live links to everything it's showing here in the title. That way you don't have to go through the back section of Max Center. And in this case of the marketing, you don't have to go to Max Center and know to go to the marketing portal app or the remaxmarketing.com URL, because you can simply use this document to click right through. As you can see, there's opportunities here to create your own commercials. Now this is going to take you to the RE/MAX Hustle page. And these are all kinds of videos that you can build and send in many different ways. So let's go ahead and click Create Custom Commercials. You'll notice it brought me to remaxhustle.com and directly to the Create Commercials. Upper left-hand corner is the home page of RE/MAX Hustle. This is where you can utilize all of these different blocks. You can send a digital welcome mat. Perhaps you want to put that in an email that says welcome home to someone who just closed on their property. Perhaps you want to create a hustle graphic. That's a beautiful, colorful visual of your last year in business. It's like a visual bio, so to speak. And all you do is answer some questions and then save it, and it becomes a picture, a PNG photo that you can either print or send like any other picture. Whatever you can do with that particular PNG, you can do with this hustle graphic. And I like to suggest that perhaps you print them and attach them to any printed materials you give out, because they create conversation between you and a potential client. So let's demonstrate for a minute what it means to build a custom commercial and how to do it. Here you're going to fill in basic information, and these commercials are basically mimicking the stream commercials you see on TV on places like Hulu or Prime Video. And you're just putting in whatever information it's asking for. And it's filling out the business card for you. And like I said, it's going to ask for your headshot here as well. That's why it's really important to make sure you always have your headshot updated and available. You can crop it so that it fits nicely into the business card. Now it's going to tell you to choose your commercials. So you'll recognize some of these because they're absolute duplicates of what you're seeing on television. And these are completely free for you to make. So I'm just going to choose this one. You could select them all at once. And then you'll have them all set up, and all you have to do is process them. It takes just a few seconds. And now you can download them, copy the link, post to social, even email right away directly from this page. Let me make sure you can hear my sound and see the video. And there's a sample.
Hey, did we do that termite inspection?
That discount agent said we didn't need to.
So that is just one example of a RE/MAX commercial as part of remaxhustle.com. I'm going to demonstrate one more here. Let's show off your tools about you specifically. And I'm doing this to show you that each of these video blocks basically follow the exact same input. So look how quickly it happens once you've been using it for a while. And now you see it's a business card there. Again, it wants a headshot. And notice that it's going to appear now at the back of this commercial in the picture frame as well as on the business card. Then you get to choose from the fun stuff. There are 19 different value adds here. That means you can pick 3 at a time for each commercial you choose to build. And then you can use 3 different ones for the next commercial. So with the mix and match of all of these 19, you can get many uses with different messages. So let's say you want to let people know they can use the 3D home tour and that they can sign their documents virtually. And let's say you're really good at strategy. So these are the 3 you've chosen for this particular commercial. And you're going to add some swagger music in the background and just simply hit create video. And here we have it again. Notice that it is 15 seconds. The other one was 18. That's because we want to respect what the consumer attention span is. We don't watch videos that are too long. So these are really quick and people really enjoy them. Again, your choices are downloading. This can even become your Facebook cover video. You can copy and send the link, post it, and email again. So there's many uses for this. And here's the example.
Ooh.
So that is a sample of what remaxhustle.com offers you for free. So I highly suggest you go in here and click into each of these options and create these. You notice they take only a minute or two. They're completely free and they're really a great asset to your marketing yourself along with the brand. So here we are back to our PDF document, and we're going to just flow through, and you'll see all of these different options. You can download the manual, see the sanctioned logos for Remax. And like I said, we're going to talk about Design Center a little bit in a minute. And on this page, you could simply click into the Design Center. In Max Center, this is the Design Center automation I wanted to bring up. This is a sample of what it looks like. So what the difference is between Design Center, when you enter Design Center, you can create your own marketing materials with all kinds of different templates. But what everybody gets is a feature called Design Center automation that you don't have to do anything for. Every time a listing by any one of you is entered into the MLS, it triggers a Design Center automated marketing package for you. Here on the left, you see the sample, and it'll tell you it's from Design Center Listing Automation. And it's going to tell you the address that it's referring to, and it's going to pull from the MLS the photos and text that you input. And it's going to create for you these different types of marketing materials, which you can preview and edit and then utilize. And most of these are completely free. If you were to print and want something mailed, that would entail some postage. But basically, all of these things come through for you when your property is just listed. Now, in the very same listing, if you were to reduce the price in MLS, you would get another package with informational marketing pieces that let people know the price has changed. Additionally, if you were to enter an open house date and time in the MLS, that open house product would be automatically created and sent to you. And finally, when the property is sold and marked as such in MLS, you'll get the just sold package to let everybody know you've had a successful transaction. So all of these 4 different packages are sitting there waiting for you when any one of these occurrences takes place in the MLS for all of your listings. So be sure to check out your Design Center automation emails and utilize some of these great options for marketing. And remember, yes, you can preview them, and yes, you can edit them. So if you wanted to pull in a different main photo than the one the automation grabbed, you can. So that is a great tool for having your marketing start immediately after your MLS entry. It takes about 24 hours to show up in your email, but it's a great thing to mention to your listing sellers during your presentation and let them know, as soon as I enter this in the MLS, within 24 hours, we're going to be able to get all of these different types of marketing materials sent out, in addition to other types of marketing you're going to talk to them about. Now we're going to move on and remind everyone that there is a different template for the RE/MAX collection and luxury properties. There's different colors and basic logos. And yes, through this resource guide, you can click into the collection resource guide, which is specific to the luxury properties. Here again, we have a really fresh new look and new website for the RE/MAX collection. So basically, the guideline for any of your properties to become a collection or luxury property is that it would sell for about 2.5 times the average sale price in the area in which it resides. But please don't consider that the only criteria. Let's say you are going to list a property and it might not quite be that price point, 2.5 times the average, but you believe it's very unique and it will be very desirable because it's a rare offering, for instance. Maybe it's the only Victorian in town. Maybe it's a waterfront location and those are obviously very rare on the market. Or perhaps it's a very unique design. It might be a contemporary style house in a New England neighborhood, or vice versa, a New England style house in a California neighborhood. Those are a couple of examples where the home itself would be unique enough to be affiliated with our RE/MAX collection. You also want to be reminded about our RE/MAX commercials and our commercial business. All of our listings are on remaxglobal.com or global.remax.com. And in this time where most companies have realized that their workforce can be just as productive by working virtually as they were in an office, people are now thinking, why can't I move to that location that I've always wanted to live, but felt tied to where I am now because I have to commute within 30 minutes or an hour to this brick building I work in? Well, if your office is going to say we're not going to return to that brick building, your particular role is going to continue to work virtually. And people have the option of living anywhere they've dreamed of and not having to find new employment. So letting your people know that their listing is on global.remax.com at this time is really a grabber, because then you can explain to them that people might be moving into their home from all over the world, and their particular property is listed on global.remax.com. There's opportunities here to click in about the consumer mobile app, RE/MAX University, and I'm just going to scroll through and show you because this is 60 pages, but here are the examples of all the things you can utilize just by clicking in to this document. Here you see you can click into soldsignblog.com/calendar and you will come to all the registration links for all of our training platforms. And information on COVID is being updated and beautifully presented so that you can utilize that to make your homeowners comfortable. And on we go. So please keep the resource guide on your desktop when you get it, and you can go and utilize all of these agent tools. We talked about and demonstrated remaxhustle.com and Design Center automation. Next, I'd like to talk to you about the First app. It's actually currently free for 2 months. I'm going to update that note there. And it's a great opportunity to give it a try for free. We finally have some really good stats and some really good feedback on the First app, which was started earlier this year, and the end of last year, I should say. And we've had a lot of conversations. If you were at R4 or if you were attending virtually, you noticed there were many, many speakers talking about the success they've gained by utilizing the First app. And basically, it is a mobile app, and it is a place where you sync all your contacts from all different places, whether they be in your phone or your email or a wedding list or a holiday card list. Wherever your contacts are, you want to consolidate them and either have them in your phone where they'll automatically sync, or you can email them off to First and they will upload them for you. Then what it does is it will analyze those contacts by over 700 different data points. It's kind of like when you're shopping on Google for one item and all of a sudden you get many, many ads about that item or things related to it. That's the competitive intel that the First app uses. And it's going to analyze for you who in your phone is most likely to sell this year. It will star rate your contacts. Now, if you had 1,000 contacts in this list, it may star only 100. And that's because it's narrowed the search down for you. It will star rate your contacts with 3 stars if they're most likely to sell very soon, like this year. 2 stars, who are people coming right up the pipeline behind them. And then the 1-star people you just want to keep your eye on and note that they should be coming up the pipeline fairly soon. So you're going to want to keep them in your bird's eye view, so to speak. It's then going to say to you, here is the first thing to do with those 3-star people. And it's going to suggest to you that you pick up the phone. The difference between First app and a passive CRM is that it's going to want you to make outreach phone calls. So perhaps you're going to utilize your 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. time block every day, and you're going to call 5 people who are in your phone under 3 stars. And you're just going to spend 5 minutes per person. That's 5 contacts in one day, and you only spent 30 minutes. So the suggestion is you simply want to open the conversation. And won't those contacts feel it's ironic that you're reaching out to them just when they decided to sell? So that is the whole point. Once you have made that initial contact, you will then be noting and logging it. When you do that, the First app is going to make a next step for you. And you want to log into First every day and complete the tasks it's giving you. If you follow the task list and complete the instructions, you will gain business that's sitting in your phone already. And that is what you heard a lot of our 4 people telling you, that they've done this. They've utilized the app, whether it have been for just the trial period, or they continued with the product, and they talked a lot about the increased listings they received that they would not have known were sitting right in their telephone. So if you choose to try this out, which I highly suggest, you will get the first 2 months free. And then if you determine it's working for you, it will cost $39 per month for the yearly subscription. So go ahead and use the 2 months for free and follow the instructions step by step. You will then be able to judge if you want to continue. And now I want to mention the RE/MAX 360 tours. When early 2020 came around, and all of us were surprised at how quickly we had to pivot into everything becoming virtual due to the pandemic isolation and restrictions, RE/MAX wanted to make sure that you can continue to do business even remotely. So they very quickly went out and found a provider called iSpy 360 and created this arrangement for the RE/MAX 360 tours. And you will see when you download the best practice guide how simple it is to utilize and what you would get. Here you know, this is the link you can go to get this 3D guide, and you will receive virtual tours of your listings, 3D models, interactive models, and floor plans with measurements. And basically, you create your account. You will utilize your cell phone most of the time. You can buy a specific type of camera that they give you several selections, but you do not need to spend money on those. Most reasonably new iPhones do just fine. And they do suggest you use a tripod when taking the photos of this property. So you're in the property alone, being safe. You're taking the photos according to the best practice guide. And then you're going to upload those images to your 360 product account. And within 24 hours, you're going to get your completed tour. It will include, like I said, the virtual tour, 3D interior models, and floor plans with measurements. Let me show you a sample that makes it easier for you to know.
Welcome to iSpy Live, the evolution of iSpy 360. A milestone in design and technology, a world first, combining 360 virtual tours and video chat to make what you already do better, faster, and more productive. iSpy Live is convenient. Customers can view properties in real time and instantly request an iSpy Live viewing. Engage with your customers at their convenience. Whenever, wherever they are, a revolution in lead generation. iSpy Live is cross-platform. Tours can take place on any mobile, tablet, or computer, in any location. iSpy Live is user-friendly. It's simple. Nothing to download, nothing complicated. Just click and go. iSpy Live is information-rich. The feature-rich platform allows for a whole host of consumer-focused tools. Embed content such as Google Street View, photos, and documents. iSpy Live is immediate and social. Want to be proactive? Simply send an iSpy Live link to one or many existing customers. Invite multiple customers to your tour. Every house can be an open house without having to open the door. iSpy Live saves time and money. No more wasted journeys or viewings. Home in on qualified leads. Speed up the decision-making process. I Spy Live. Say hello to the future.
So let me move on now and show you here what the interior 3D home model looks like. Look at how you can see the room locations and how they appear with the interior roof, with the roof taken off the home, so you can see the whole criteria. Notice that it says includes auto-generated measurements. That's going to help people who are looking at this property virtually know if their furniture is going to fit and know if they have the locations of the bedrooms where they want them. I also want to mention that you will get 2 versions of this kit. You will get an MLS non-branded version so that you don't have to worry about posting something that's branded on the MLS, which is usually not allowed. But you'll also get a Remax branded one that you can use to represent the brand and yourself. So let's quickly take a look at what this appears like. So people can take their mouse and they can click into their room, just like you saw in the last video. They can focus in on different applications, whether it be a Viking stove or a specialty item that's installed, and they can see the different presentations, perhaps that the manufacturer even listed. So you can see why people who are shopping virtually would really feel this is so super helpful. That way, they don't have to question whether or not they want to put an offer in, even without getting inside. In this particular market, where homes are flying off the shelves and there's not enough inventory to satisfy those buyers, people will feel fairly confident in putting in offers where they may get first shot and then maybe just making the one condition that they get a walkthrough. So I think this product is fantastic. I think you'll think so too. And I'll mention finally that the cost is only $14.99 per person. And for that $14.99 subscription fee, you can have unlimited tours. So if you had 20 listings, you would have 20 tours. You do not, there's no limit whatsoever. And each tour, when you send in up to 10 photographs, which represents most homes really thoroughly, you will be charged only $10 per tour. So it's a $14.99 monthly subscription and then $10 per tour. If you chose to add more than 10 photographs, perhaps you have an unusually large home, you could add a couple more photographs for only $1 each. So it's a very affordable platform, and it's really geared to complete virtual selling and getting your buyers to be the first in line. So before I close, I want to point out that you can contact product support either through chat or text or email here. Anything you have questions on, you can get here or go to maxhelpsyou.com. So I'd like to thank you for attending today's quick start. As I mentioned, those of you who registered will get a copy of this presentation and a link to the recording. I hope you have a wonderful day. Everybody stay safe and healthy, and hopefully we'll be back in person shortly and doing more trainings together. Have a great day, everyone.